Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to Spillage Studios. We're back again with another tier list. Today we're doing the full Child's Play series ranked. Honestly, one of probably the most, I would say, up and down franchises. Has a lot of I guess every horror franchise is really up and down, don't you think?
I agree. I think the first three are the original like 80s kind of like nostalgic horror film, and then you kind of get to the new era,
Yeah,
which is like the 2000s, like 2010s, and then you kind of have the reboot era
yeah,
uh with the 2019 version now, the new show. What the new show kind of like takes like the old elements, old nostalgia, and we'll get to it once we get to the
yeah,
like actual show, but we added it on this list.
yeah. And we just a quick FYI, we have not seen season three. We're gonna do a review, a full season review when season three comes out fully, and we're
Yeah, it
watching it.
should be.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be out soon. Uh, so let's
Order
start
do you
out.
want to do?
What?
You want to start?
Yeah,
You
we're
want to
gonna.
start for one?
Yeah, we'll start with one, which I think is probably honestly, I think it's. I guess this is more. This tier list is based more on specifically very Child's Play references, but I think the honestly probably the best. Well, the best movie in the franchise. Let's be honest. Child's Play one.
One or two are probably the best.
Yeah,
But one's probably my favorite of the entire like Child's Play series.
same.
I watch it like every year for Halloween. It's like one of those, you know, reoccurring movies I have to like watch around October,
Yeah,
and it's just very nostalgic, very.
the kills are fun. The animatronics are cool, like unique for the time. Honestly, the I do fucking love I know later on he kind of gets mutilated a little bit, Chucky, but I think this movie shows some the best. I prefer the doll mutilation, prefer than when he starts becoming more and more human with the blood and shit. I prefer this one where you see him fucking burned to a crisp, fucking chasing him. I think the actor who plays Andy is very good in this movie. Um, it's very good. Not my favorite mom, of course. You probably know who my favorite mom is, but uh, we'll get to that later. Probably controversial, uh, but yeah, I think honestly just a classic. Like one of the,
Um,
I mean, it is of course it's one of the biggest horror movie franchises of all time, and this is the intro to it, and I think it's honestly damn near probably one of the best fucking horror movie like intros of all time. Don't you think? Like
I
intros to
think
a
it's
horror
one
movie.
of the original in a long time. Because
Yeah,
before this, we didn't really. I mean, we had like what Puppet Master. I think that came out, or did that come out in '89? I forget.
I'm trying to remember. I think it came out later.
But yeah, this was like the kind of the start of the puppeteer type of movies.
Yeah, doll horror, shit like that.
Yep,
Not a lot like it. So what
and
do
the
you
only
think?
one I think that do it right so far.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched Megan yet, but I have heard good stuff about Megan. But that I know is more of just like a fun, fun
You got
dumb
to
movie.
watch some. Child's Play 2.
What are you thinking?
I
You could,
think it's up there with Child's Play 1.
yeah, I think I agree. It's got good kills in it. Uh, you know, a decent plot. Maybe not the best plot ever, but the kills are fun. Um, I don't know. I think this is honestly like one of the best family. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, it's weird, but it's
Yeah,
it's super unique.
I know.
Like the stepsister's cool. Like the whole adoption thing is pretty cool. Like something you usually don't
Those
see.
like Child's Play movies are like perfect. Like if you're trying to get, friends over
Yeah,
and watch like a classic series together, I think these are like the 1-2 punch
yeah. I think honestly
on
though,
like
even just
movies.
this whole series as a whole is perfect, dude. Because there's fucking moments it doesn't feel like you're watching horror movies the whole time. You know what I mean?
No, it's and they kind of a lot of people like miss the point like, oh, Chucky's like super scary. It's not supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be he's supposed to be an asshole. He's supposed to be a dick.
Yeah.
You know, he's just a serial killer in a doll's body.
The first movie I think is supposed to be scary, and then after that it kind of just like goes away from that more and more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was more into like the slasher kind of horror comedy,
Now I think
dark
this is
comedy.
I do think this is where we kind of take a dip. I don't find this movie
Yeah,
that interesting. Um, it's okay. The kills I don't think are as good in my opinion. Like I think Child's Play 3 is kind of like it's an okay movie. I think it's like honestly, I
it's
think it's
either like Hide the Soul or Hide the Soul or Baddies Not Included.
yeah. I want to say battery's not included because like I don't know. I just don't find it like Andy swapped like the act. I feel like the actors are worse than this. There's like the plot's less interesting. It feels like after two movies they've worn down the franchise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's usually the third installment slump.
Yeah.
Like
So
Halloween. Halloween did that, right?
yeah. Even though I think Child's Play 2 is better than Halloween 2, in my personal opinion.
I agree.
I think like Halloween, the first Halloween, like absolutely S tier, probably one of the best horror movies of all time. And then Child's Play is like honestly up there with it, but Child's Play 2 is still better than Halloween 2. Um, and then we kind of switched to the fucking crazy, like the completely
This is
different,
like the 2000s era,
yeah,
kind of
completely,
grotesque,
completely different.
child's play.
I do honestly, I kind of want to put this one a good guy. This movie
Okay.
is kind of, I think it's damn near more like Scream esque. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the poster kind of resembles Scream a lot if you just look at
Yeah,
it.
but it definitely has like more of a Scream vibe, dude. It's like,
Well, yeah, this was after like the Wes Craven era too, the Scream craze.
yeah, and I think it's fun. The kills are fun. The plot is just like over the top, stupid. But this becomes more of a joke horror movie, like something that takes tropes from other horror movies and it's like, you know,
It's kind of funny. Like back when I was younger, this was Bride of Chucky was like one of the first Chucky movies I saw, besides the original like Child's Play. So like this was Bride of Chucky was kind of like my introduction into like the whole Chucky universe.
yeah.
Surprisingly, like every single one.
I'm trying to think.
So it
Honestly,
kind of has like that nostalgic factor. It's
honestly, I might be in like that same boat, dude. Because I remember watching. It was either this or Seed. I remember watching like one of the ones that was definitely
yeah.
like a
For
more
me, like,
sleazy horror movie.
Bride of
Uh,
Chucky was the first Chucky movie I remember seeing like vividly when I was younger.
yeah. Because when I imagined Chucky, like when I was a kid, it was always the slit face. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Torn up body, like that stuff is more what I envision. And I definitely didn't watch Child's Play 3 for like Child's Play 3 probably took me the longest one to watch.
Yeah, for the longest for me to watch are these next two coming up.
Yeah. I think this one is probably
Yeah,
I
I
mean
it's
yeah,
probably the most forgettable one.
yeah. I mean it's
That or
well,
or like
okay, I
the
don't think
two.
it's forgettable just cuz it's so terrible. It's like I forget what rapper do they have in this movie? I damn, what is the fucking rapper they have? It's terrible, dude. It's like, it's not a bad film, but let me see. I don't want to fucking take too long. Do you got anything more to say about Seed of Chucky or?
No, I don't really have much to say about it.
Okay, let me double check what rapper this is. Sorry, it's taking me a second. Oh yeah, Redman's in it. He's like a fucking like. I'm trying to remember if he's like a drug dealer. Like I remember he owns a mansion, or he just plays Redman in it. I can't remember. But I remember like the last mansion scenes there. And it's just such a weird fucking movie, dude. The son is annoying as fuck, dude. He's like super soft spoken and shit. It's weird. It's not entertaining to me. As much, I mean, it's entertaining like in this stupid way, which I think maybe would bump it up to batteries not included. But I still think Child Play
Yeah.
3 is a better movie.
I think this next one could be batteries not included.
Yeah,
What do you say?
I agree with that. It's I think it leads up to something better, in my personal opinion. I don't know
I
if you
think it
agree with
leads
that.
up to well, I'll wait till we get to the next one because I'm kind of curious to see what you rank the cult.
Yeah, Curse though is It's okay. It's not anything crazy. I think it's higher than Child's Play 3, maybe? I should
No, I think it's slightly below it.
think
I think
slightly.
the original tops it, yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
just a
kind of gets more this was, like, more of, like, the start of, like, the edgier, kinda, like,
yeah,
darker Chucky they tried going it was more like they wanted more gore, more
yeah. I just like I like the actress in there, which of course we'll see her again very shortly in Cult. I think we should just talk about Cult at this point.
uh,
I think
so this for me is above I'm just gonna go straight to it. It's above for me, Bride.
Mhm.
For me, this is probably my favorite modern Chucky movie.
Yeah, I think I agree. I really like the actress. I really like the
Mhm.
fucking. I really like the like location shots. You know,
Yeah.
the whole movie's
I
cool because
remember
you
when
get
it,
like
like, came
multiple
out
Chuckies and everything like that.
yeah, and it kinda I like how it takes place, like, in the hospital,
Yeah,
and it's more, like, psychological. Not
yeah,
really, but, like, they try to go that direction.
yeah. It's definitely feels like more like Curse Chucky doesn't like Curse Chucky. I guess you could say is like just like a worse version of two with like some little story quirks in there. Or even
Yeah.
just one, two. I mean, it's really just a house film. You know what I mean? Like it takes place in one house,
Yeah.
kind of the whole film.
And I remember, like, when I first, like, watched this movie, my aunt and uncle, like, recommended it, and I was, like, kind of, like, pushing it aside. I'm like, "There's no way this could be good," and I just threw it on one random day, and I thought I loved it. I
Yeah,
thought it was great.
this is really like the movie that got me like back into Chucky. I'd say
Yep, same.
because I
Same for
think I
me.
watched it the year it came out. I watched it when it like went on streaming services and everything. But I remember watching this shit
Yeah,
when it.
it was on Netflix, and
Yeah,
I'll never forget, like, I just got recommended it, didn't think much of it because I kind of after Curse Curse kinda came out when we were, like, in middle school, and it was,
yeah,
like, one of those movies, "Oh, yeah, like, we're gonna go to the movies with, like, groups of middle schoolers," like, kinda thing, like,
yeah,
I it was that kind of, like, type of film, but, like, Cult was more serious,
yeah,
if that makes sense, and I loved it. I thought it
yeah.
was great.
I also enjoyed
Great
it a lot.
story, great plot.
I kind of would have liked to see more what could have gone from like this style if he would have like kept up with this. Like I want to see another um Child's Play movie, honestly.
Yeah, I would see, like, if you make a Cult Chucky 2 or just, like, continue from that storyline, I would love to see it.
Yeah. Which I guess takes us to the
Yeah,
Black Sheep of the
remake.
series. Not connected to anything. No Don Mancini. Uh,
Now, this was a movie me and you both saw
yeah.
in
Did we see
theaters.
this? Yeah.
Like
Did we see this together?
yeah, we did, I
Yeah.
remember.
I actually I don't mind this movie. I know a lot of people hate it just because it's not Don Mancini, and they say
I
if it's
I
not,
like the kills in this movie.
yeah,
The lawnmower kill,
yeah. And Aubrey Plaza's
it's, like,
mom,
one of my
best
favorite
mom in the
kills.
show, best mom in the series.
Yeah, I Aubrey Plaza.
Yep. Uh, I just don't know where I'd put this. You know what I mean? Do I think my
I
okay?
really like this.
So I think maybe good guy, bottom of good guy, or maybe above Bride. My only reason I don't think I can put it higher is because it is just a straight rip on both these movies, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The first half,
Just straight
or
rip
like
off of 1.
the first no, because the end where they actually go to the factory and shit, that's stripped from two. The end of two is like them going to the factory and shit. You know what I mean?
This reminds me of, like even though this came out way before Megan, but, like, it kind of reminded me of that a little bit.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like I think Megan's kind of ripped from this. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I completely agree.
I think it's more ripped from this movie than a lot of the other movies. But I think it's a good adaptation. I love Mark Hamill as fucking Chucky.
It's awesome.
Honestly, I fucking love Mark Hamill as voice actor. I'm not saying fucking. I don't think you could ever say that you don't like fucking. You don't like Brad Dourif. You know what I mean?
I think this, like, Child's Play is kind of like the Freddy versus Jason for me,
Yeah,
is the best way to describe it to, like, horror fans, like, I love it for some reason, like, I'll defend this movie for good.
yeah.
Favorite kill in probably any Child's Play movie.
think?
Yeah. I think the Lawnmower Kill is like one of my favorites.
Mm, yeah, I really like
Or
the.
not, it was like a lawnmower, but it was the one with like the Christmas lights.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember that. Yeah.
I honestly call me weird. I really like the fucking like just kind of going over stuff before we watch this, but I actually really like the one, like the yardstick kill from Child's Play 2. Really cool scene, just like how it's filmed and everything.
But I just don't want to put it above Colt because Colt's story and like everything kind of
Yeah.
is too original to put it above Cult of Chucky.
Now next to the next one, how about the Chucky TV
Uh,
series,
this to me is Friends to the End. I love this show.
Friends to the End? I would maybe put it
Or
top a good guy.
that's fair. That's fair.
The acting's a little rough in some spots. I'm not gonna lie. That's my main thing.
I
And I feel
think
like,
season one was perfect though.
yeah,
I love it. Like there was not a single episode that I think disappointed. It goes back to it feels so much like the original too,
yeah, it's fair.
but in like a different storyline too. Like this would be cool if like they took like like what they're doing with like the modern movies like with Scream and Halloween.
Yeah,
They're just like rebooting them, but they're like continuing the story from the original. And like if they did this, like say they did like Halloween, but like took it place in Haddonfield, like that'd be cool.
yeah, that
I
would be,
just like the premise of this.
yeah, yeah. I think it's definitely a fucking unique ass show, and I think it cements itself well in this list. Like, I don't think there's really like, I think that might be the problem with fucking. I mean, honestly, I think if we're being real, I think maybe we put Child's Play 3 there. It's not as
That's fair.
it's not as bad as these movies if we want to make it kind of more balanced, but I'd say it's like kind of like a stark line though. If it's good, it's really good, and if it's bad, it's pretty bad. Minus Child's Play 3, which is just kind of an okay movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even like
And
Curse, I think is like an okay movie. Do you know what I mean?
see, I'm just not those two. I'm just not a big fan of.
What,
But I
Season
think
Curse?
everything from Hide Your Soul on is like those are all solid movies. Like
Yeah, yeah. It's a tough series, dude. It's like got so many ups and downs, and like even these movies that you might not like, they still have fucking iconic moments in them. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
I
when you,
think it's like one or it's probably I don't want to say it's underrated because it's like highly appreciated, but it's one of those series that it doesn't really have. I mean, yeah, Curse and like Seed of Chucky are not, my personal favorites, but they're still like watchable films.
yeah, and I think that's the tough thing when you have such like a pretty strong fucking lineup of films. It's tough to put like, hey, it's these might not be as bad as some other films. I mean, they're not fucking Jason Goes to New York or whatever.
Now, Jason Goes to Manhattan is solid.
But
That movie's solid.
okay, Jason Goes to Hell. Sorry, that's a terrible
Jason
one.
X.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's I think overall our ranking though. I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. I think we kind of both
Yeah,
lined up pretty similarly. I think the
I
only
think
thing,
most people can agree with this list.
yeah. I mean, I think Child's Play,
Besides
like
maybe
the
like
remake, people
California.
wouldn't like.
Yeah,
That's the take. And Bride, maybe Bride might be too high for some people, but I think that movie's fun. I think all these movies are fun. That's like the best part about this whole series is there's a bunch of fun movies. Honestly,
it's like a
yeah,
fun series. Like if you're looking to like binge a horror series, this one and like Evil Dead would probably be my like two favorites to do.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Halloween's not very fun to fucking binge. Honestly,
It just Halloween would be fun, but it's like some of the films are like too slow.
yeah,
You have to have like patience for it.
yeah. I'm
But
trying to
again,
think.
Halloween's like one of those
Scream is
twos.
actually
Like,
I like Scream. Scream's probably
yeah,
a bingeable one.
Scream's a good bingeable.
Except I haven't seen
Um,
the two new movies. So
oh, seven, seven's coming out soon, so maybe we can do like a video some point.
didn't like most of the cast leave for
Six-
seven
I
though.
like six better than five.
Yeah.
What was that?
Didn't like a lot of the cast leave for seven?
Yeah, but Nev Campbell's coming back,
Okay.
and I believe Courtney Cox too.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end this off, guys. If you guys enjoyed this stuff, uh, drop a like. Also, if you guys have any of your own changes you make to this list, or just let us know what your list would be, drop in the comments below. And if you want to keep up with us, turn on or subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Even just a subscription's fine. If you don't want to be annoyed by notifications, I understand. But yeah, that's gonna be all for us. Thank y'all very much for
I guess
watching. Peace.
stay tuned for.
Stay tuned for what?
I was gonna say stay tuned for the X trilogy.
Oh yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, peace.